What's going on, and welcome back to week 13. Oh my god! Week 13 already, man. This is crazy. It feels like we just started, but it also doesn't feel like that, so yeah. Getting down to some good football, but I guess let's just get right into week 13 in the NFL. Starting with the Broncos and the Texans. I don't know. The Broncos have been hot. They are one of the hottest teams in the NFL right now. And the Texans are also pretty freaking good. They did just lose to the Jaguars, but I mean that's understandable for basically just a rookie Texans team overall, and to lose to the Jaguars who just made the playoffs. That's understandable. Division rival makes sense, but the Broncos, I don't know what is going on in Denver, but they genuinely might make the playoffs. They might even be in the picture right now, which is just kind of crazy to think about. But I don't know. It'll be an interesting game. It's in Houston, so that's gonna help the Texans. And I think that I don't know, man. Broncos are so hot, but it's gonna have to come to an end. And C.J. Stroud in Houston after losing to a pretty dang big game to the Jaguars, they're gonna want that back. Staying in Houston, and I think Texans are going to get the win, but I would not be surprised if Broncos continue their hot streak. It's kind of crazy what's going on down there. I guess there in Denver. Now the Patriots, Chargers, the Patriots just suck, man. They're just terrible. They're so awful. And then the Chargers, I've just lost all faith in the Chargers. This is going to be such a terrible game, but it's like the Chargers' offense is so good compared to the Patriots' defense. And I think the Patriots are going to end up with like negative yards on offense because just the Chargers' defense, even if it messes up most of the time, it's still it would be insane for the Chargers to lose this game. So yeah, Chargers, just that Chargers. We got the Colts and the Titans in Tennessee, and it should be a decent one. Titans still suck and are terrible. But the Colts, they are, I'm pretty sure, in the playoff picture right now, which is just wow. That is kind of crazy. Yeah, they've been looking good. JT's still doing his thing. Gardner Minshew's just pulling enough through for the team. Defense still pretty freaking good. And I could with 1,000% see the Titans winning, in Tennessee division game. Anything could happen. But I'm going to pick the Colts because they're a way better team, and they should be winning. But now we got Monday Night Football. It's the Bengals and the Jaguars. This should be interesting. Bengals are trash now that Joe Burrow is not there, which sucks because they should be a perennial conference championship game goer, no matter if it's in KC or not. And, yeah, they're just trash now, and nothing's going to be saving them. Their season was over the second Big Joseph went down, which it's sad to see. But Jaguars coming off a huge win against the Texans, keeps their spot as the number one in the AFC South, and I'm pretty sure like number 3 seed, maybe 4 behind like the Dolphins, but something like that. They're doing really well. They aren't playing incredible football that you might expect of like a top AFC team like the Chiefs or the Ravens. But they're doing just enough to win, and that's all that really matters. And I'm a pick Jaguars. Bengals are trash now, and Jags should probably be getting the dub. Now for the Dolphins and the Commanders. Commanders in Washington. This is going to be one of a game that happens on Sunday. And Dolphins, I guess, just are the AFC's Cowboys, just beating up on low-level teams, but I don't see it that way. Maybe it's just because the Cowboys are just the definition of that, and the Dolphins are just kind of the now AFC's Cowboys for the first time. So I don't know. It'll be interesting, and I really highly doubt that the Commanders are going to win. But hey, who freaking knows? Just don't injure Tua, and I think you should be fine. Now, the Steelers and the Cardinals. Super Bowl rematch from 2008, I think. Something like that. It happened around 2010. But yeah, Steelers in Pittsburgh. even if the Cardinals are getting better, but they're still really bad. Kyler, he's looking pretty good. But I mean, they beat the Falcons, so that's just not like that's just not like impressive. Um, and I mean, Steelers. It's just how any team, no matter if it's the Eagles or the Patriots, it is going to be 13-10 or some bullcrap thing, some bullcrap score like that, and the Steelers are going to end up winning because their defense is so freaking good, but their offense is hot garbage. But they just do enough. They get one lucky drive with Kenny Pickett, and then they just win. And that's why they're going to get a playoff spot, and it's making the AFC worse to have the Steelers around, at least this year. But, I mean, Cardinals, that would be freaking sick if you could beat the Steelers, but it's just so hard because the Steelers, with all their wins, it's just their defense is way too good, and I don't know. Cardinals are just not. They just don't feel like they're supposed to beat that type of team, but I mean, they beat freaking the Cowboys with Joshua Dobbs, so yeah, I don't know. I guess I'll just pick the Steelers. I don't like it. Trust me, I don't like it, but I got the Falcons and the New Jersey Jets. The Falcons are just garbage. They're awful, and I don't like it because Bijan, he's good, and they have so much talent, but when you're using freaking Kyle Pitts and Bijan Robinson as decoys for random guys, it's just, come on, Arthur, really, like, come on, bro. That's not how you win a football game. And then the Jets, Aaron Rodgers is, I guess, going to come back. Somehow, some way, some just ayahuasca. I don't know, man. I don't know what he's doing over there in New York. But, yeah, it's just, the Jets, I feel like they're just going to make some sort of try to push into the playoffs. Maybe just to try to get Aaron Rodgers to actually want to play, but I don't know. Jets, I think, are way better of a team than the Falcons, at least this year. Skill-wise, it's a lot more even, but now the Browns and the Rams. There's kind of the Rams, now. I mean, Kyron Williams had, used 150. What? Like, he was good at the beginning of the season, and they just kind of left the league for a couple weeks, I guess, and then now he's back, so that's good to see, I guess. And then Puka Nacua, that was fun, and he's still doing incredible things, but I mean, he's not doing as incredible things as C.J. Stroud is, which that'd be pretty impressive if he was. And I don't know, Rams, they're kind of mid, and the Browns are definitely a playoff team, and I don't know what's happening at quarterback for the Browns, but aren't they doing Joe Flacco? Yeah, that'll be pretty goofy. But I guess I'll just choose the Browns because their defense is so freaking good, and they're going to make the playoffs because of it. Their offense also isn't that bad, even without Nick Chubb, which makes this team so impressive. But now we got the Packers hosting the Kansas City Chiefs in prime time on Sunday. This should be pretty interesting. I don't know. Chiefs have been the Chiefs relatively. It's just the receivers suck, and that's just the end of the story for the Kansas City Chiefs. I mean, I don't know. Chiefs, they've just been doing Chiefs things. They are now not the number one seed in the AFC, come on, bro, you got to get that back. They did beat, the Raiders. That wasn't that impressive. I guess the Raiders are decent nowadays, but I mean, Packers, they've been looking a lot better as of late. Beating the Lions, that was pretty good for them. And it'll be interesting to see Patrick Mahomes in Lambeau. I don't know if he's been in Lambeau yet. He may have been, like, rookie or second year season, but I certainly don't remember him in Lambeau. But yeah, that'll be interesting. I actually don't know if it's going to be snowing up there. I'm in Wisconsin right now, southern Wisconsin, and it's snow all over the place, so probably snowing up there. So that'll be cool to see if it is a snow game, but I don't know. Chiefs, way better team, should be winning. They want to win, so I'm going to pick the Chiefs. Now, the Sea Dogs and the Cowboys, yep, this game already happened, and the Cowboys, I mean, they didn't beat up on a lower-level team to increase their stats, but they certainly increased their stats by beating a lower-level team, so good job, Cowboys. So impressed. So much fun. Can't wait to see you not make it to the conference championship game since the Cretaceous period. That'll be lovely to watch for the freaking 100,000th time in a row. Anyway, yeah, I definitely expected the Cowboys to win. I didn't expect the Seahawks to put up much of a fight. It was pretty entertaining, so that was cool. But I definitely thought that the Cowboys were going to win, and they did win, so yeah, screw you Cowboys. You're not going to do anything in the playoffs. Good for you beating up the Seahawks. Whatever. Now the Detroit Lions and the New Orleans Saints. This should be interesting. Isn't it who was the guy on the Jamal Williams? This will be the Jamal Williams Bowl. So that should be nice and fun. A bunch of 1-yard touchdowns going around. That'll be nice and fun. But the Lions coming off a loss to the good old Green Bay Packers, which it wasn't that good of a game. It got a bit good at the end, but I mean, it was just not pretty. And Lions, better team than the Saints, gonna be wanting to win and are going to win, in my eyes at least. And I got the Carolina Panthers and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Oh God, I mean, like, could we at least just have these two teams maybe play only once this year? Like, do we really have to see this twice? I don't think it's necessary for anyone to put their eyes on this game twice a year. That's just, yeah. Oh boy. I guess Buccaneers are at home and the Panthers are the worst team in the league, so. And I got the San Francisco 49ers and the Philadelphia Eagles. I mean, this is going to be an incredible game. Eagles on a win streak at this very moment, beating the Bills in a close one. Yeah, Stephon Diggs. Shut up, boy. You better not be doing those bird wings in Philadelphia. That's what you get. But Jake Elliott, freaking, oh my God. Jake, I love you. Holy crap. That was insane. And then, yeah, great game by the Eagles. They started out a bit slow, but finishing is all that matters in this league. And the Niners, they've been doing pretty good recently. Back to their old ways, you know, CMC's getting his 2 touchdowns a game, you know, is going good in San Francisco. And this is going to be an interesting game because both teams are in that area of very tough opponents, you know, Bills, Chiefs, Eagles, Niners, all of them playing at once. And Eagles have so far won the Cowboys, the Chiefs, and the Bills game, and the Niners, I'm pretty sure, have won all of them. I don't know, I'm not 100% sure, but they've definitely been winning, so that's good for them. And it's gonna be tough. It's in Philadelphia, but I don't know, man. Niners probably gonna be wanting their revenge from the championship game, which is of course understandable. And I don't know. It's tough one. It's a real tough one, and I don't know. As an Eagles fan, it's tough, but I think I'm gonna pick the Niners because they're gonna want this, and they're gonna need this a lot more than the Eagles. Eagles are pretty much already set for the playoffs. Only 10 wins, of course, not a way you want to end the season, but 10 wins is gonna get you a lot of places. And Niners, they just need it more, you know. And now for the teams on bye, we got 6. That is a big number of teams on bye, starting with the Ravens. I mean, playing a lot of good teams as of now, and they're going to need that for preparation against the Niners next week. And Ravens, number 1 seed in the AFC. Chiefs might take it back after this week if the Chiefs win. So, yeah, that'll be interesting for the Ravens. Now, the Bills, yeah, they're going to need this. Tough loss to the Eagles. And, I mean, incredible game. The Bills played awesome, but they just didn't have Jake Elliott. And I guess, you know, Stephon Diggs did his thing with bird wings. Don't do that in Philly, boy. That's karma right there. And then the Raiders, they're interesting, you know, they're fighting for a playoff spot, and they're getting pretty close, you know. They played a decent game against the Chiefs. They had some good plays. Josh Jacobs continuing to be dominant. So, Raiders, this is probably going to be good for them to finish off the season after this. Now, the Bears, they're still awful, and, I mean, I guess they've been getting some wins. They're at 4 wins, something like that. So, I guess also trying to get in, I guess, really any NFC team besides the Panthers has a chance at this point, because it's the NFC. The Vikings, Joshua Dobbs, he's definitely going to be needing this, you know, get even more acclimated with the offense, even if he's had some pretty good games. 4 interceptions against the Bears, not pretty. But, I mean, watching a lot of them, There was only like one, maybe two that was actually his fault. A lot of them were just drops by the receivers or just unluckiness. So yeah, that I'm not gonna put all the blame on him. Now the Giants, they're awful. They're disgusting. They beat the Patriots. Whoop-de-doo. You still suck. So yeah, Giants. I guess they're gonna need this. I don't know what they're gonna do with it. They're still gonna suck afterwards. So anyway, I hope you all enjoyed. I think this was a pretty long episode. I was talking for a while, so I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time. See you.